Alright everyone, we are back. We have a custom grid set up based on the last qualifying rounds. And didn't know how fast these guys were getting loaded in. I was just trying to blow through those screens to try to deal with that.
We're on the formation lap at the moment, so you haven't missed much. Yeah, apologies for that. I was so gobsmacked by what was going on in front of me that I wasn't even looking at the Steam chat. I didn't notice. I never noticed that you were all trying to tell us that we were commentating on the AI.
Yeah, that is pretty funny though. And hopefully I should have got this thing titled back right and everything for everybody.
I'm actually really pleased that we were commentating on the AI because some of the crashes we were seeing they
were quite ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad it wasn't actually them. But Enrico appears to be really going for the formation lap. He wants his tyres really hot to start with. Everybody else seems to drop quite a bit behind him. He's got a significant gap actually to people behind him.
Yep, and y'all bear with me for 1 minute, and I'll get all the information up on the screen, all the telemetry and everything. Alright, yep, as they are lining up.
I'm going to be having a look from the back, see how they all get off the line.
And it seems I did hide
something. And we've got lights up on the screen.
There we go. And we are
finally off.
Yep, they are off. Enrico's in first. ESH is moved up to first.
ESH has got an incredible start.
Yeah, he really has. Ligon in second. Enrico's fallen back to third. Fire Tornado in fourth. Didix, nice fifth, but quickly fell back to sixth. Red 15 made it up to fifth. Wes is in seventh. Don 8th. Alex Nalo 9th. And Egas is currently in 10th.
Yep, he spun out in the chicane. Not entirely sure what happened, but he's looking undamaged, but down at the back. So pretty clean start from them all. We've had a crash a bit further down behind. And that was Fire Tornado. So he is now down the back, and he had much more damage than Eggkaz did. Eggkaz has already got himself onto the back of Wes. I'm just trying to get back there now to spectate.
Yeah, sorry y'all, I was just putting the link and everything up on our Discord channel. Yeah, it's good to see a couple of y'all did make the transition over to the final broadcast. We thank you. And yeah, y'all keep an eye on the race. Help us pick a driver of the day as Ligon locks him up just a little bit going through the turn. ESH, nice solid 1.3 second lead over Ligon at the moment. Enrico still in third, but only 0.7 seconds behind. But Red 15 looks like is catching up.
He's got Red 15 right behind him, and Red's on medium tyres. So he's not going to have quite a level of grip that Enrico does, so he's going to have problems with acceleration off the line.
And I'm going to check in on.
We've got a few people joining us back in the chat. It's a shame you can't race either, Pierrot.
Yeah, sometimes the interconnections are they're just crap. Thankfully mine's stable for the most part, most of the time. but I have been caught. Me and Cadwell were in the middle of the Clash of the Clans broadcast. Thankfully, the race was over, but it got towards the end, and my house basically got hit by lightning, and it just dropped my internet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Definitely. So Don Rashid has had a very good start. He's gone up 3 places. Alex Naylor has also had a very good start. He's gone up 3. Fire Tornado has unfortunately retired from that earlier incident. And ESS has made an incredible start. He's up 2 and 1.1 seconds in front of Ligon. Don Rashid is closing in on the back of Didix now. And we've got quite a lot of second gaps, but he is the only one who's under a second at the moment. So he will actually on this lap have DRS. So he could have a challenge down the next straight.
It looks like we have lost Fire Tornado.
Yes, no, he had a bad crash towards the end of the first lap.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was just wondering what kind of impact these restarts have had on the driver's nerves. Personally, it would have my nerves pretty frazzled, I think, for myself.
It must have been very frustrating for them all to get going and then not. I think 3 times now, isn't it? So, and Don Rashid has got DRS on the back of Didix. Didix is weaving all over the place. And Don Rashid is trying to go down the inside. He's been given space. And there's a bit of contact wheel to wheel. Shouldn't be any damage there.
Yeah, Didix really putting up a fight for that position.
It was a little bit... I'm not entirely sure he was giving a car's width at all times there. So, Don Rashid did a very good job of keeping away from contact. And Didix did a very good job of defending. Up the front, we've got Enrico, who is just behind Ligon. And he is on the straight with DRS. It's not quite enough to give him the overspeed.
Yeah, I believe these guys were definitely ready to get out here on track and get this race done.
Don Rashid has got himself past Didix now, but Didix is still right on the tail of him. Excuse me. He will have the DRS this time.
And it looks like Enrico is trying to catch up with Ligon, only 0.4 seconds behind. I believe he was on the DSH there. Try to catch up a little bit. Yeah, he's really on the back of him now. Only 0.3, 0.2 seconds off.
He is really close now.
Yeah, he really is.
A bit further back. But Enrico is closing in on Don Rashid. Enrico is closing in on Ligon.
Yeah, Ligon looked like it locked his front tires up in that last turn, which really let Enrico catch up to the back of him even more. Just now 0.1 seconds off. If he's going to hit him if he doesn't get the pass done here soon. He's so close.
And he's got DRS. It's only a short straight though, so I don't think he'll get the pass done.
Slight lock up. Oh, sorry,
he's just keeping himself within that gap to get the pass done on the start to finish straight, which is the only real straight they've got to overtake here at Barcelona.
Yeah, I guess it really is, isn't it? Which this is a fantastic track. We would go over all the track info again, y'all, but we already covered it.
So he looks like he's having a go. Is he going inside or out? And he's going inside. With softer tyres, I reckon he's going to get that quite. He had a lock up, but he's passed.
That was a fantastic
Enrico is
move.
coming back. That was a fantastic pass, definitely. I totally agree with you.
It really was. He knew right where to get, and he just barely, he pushed it all the way to the track limits right there. That was incredible.
It was. I don't think Enrico challenged him as hard as he could have done. I think he realised that they're on different tyres. He's definitely not letting him go.
Yeah, no, Ligon is not too happy about that pass and really wants to make it up.
That's what I meant, Ligon, yeah.
And everyone else, these are the guys right now, Toby. Everyone else is... I'm going to
They
go
have
down
got
to Diddix and check on him. Him and Alex Nalo are the closest other ones at the moment. Alex Nalo, 1.5 seconds off the back of Diddix.
And Ligon is not letting Enrico go. I think I got them mixed up the other second ago, but no, Ligon is staying on Enrico. Enrico, obviously our pole setter, hoping to get back on the back of, and he just went off, which has allowed Ligon back through. Didn't look like there would have been any damage. I don't think he even contacted the wall. But Ligon also got the DRS, which means that he's got double advantage there.
Yeah, I happened to change the camera back to these guys right as he went wide and got off track a little bit, and Ligon made the pass. That was a shame. No, I think he just ran a little wide. I don't think he got the wall.
He's obviously spooked himself a bit because he has got back from from Ligon. But on the softs, I think he'll probably be hoping to get back up and back of Ligon very shortly. Well, I don't think these softs are going to last that long, I have to say.
No, I don't think these two are leaving anything on the table. I think they're going flat out 100% at the moment, trying to keep up with each other and make the passes. Which, personally, I like to drive 90% tops. If I need to, I can pull out the 100%, but that's usually where I make a mistake. So we're just going to have to see where this battle takes these two, because, yeah, they are really not letting each other go, and both of them, it really looks like, are just going completely flat out.
They have spread out a little bit now. Ligon has gone into the pits. No, sorry, that was ESS. So ESS on the softs has come into the pits. It'll be interesting to see what he comes out on.
So about 8 laps on softs?
I reckon so. So yeah, I think Enrico will most likely be in the pits next lap, and you can definitely see that he's struggling on those tyres. I think maybe he's left it 1 lap too late. And these, the F1 2019 is incredible, because if you, from that point of view, if you leave it 1 lap too late, your tyres handle totally differently. And he seems to be seeing that now. He's dropping back into the clutches of Reds. So ESS is back out, and it's got from a long way back. Oh no, we've just seen Don Rajib. I think that was. No, it wasn't Don Rajib. It was
Enrico, it looks like.
That was Diddix. Who just went into the... Oh no, that was Enrico.
Yeah, it was Enrico. Yeah,
right.
I was going to say on mine it's showing Enrico. Yeah, oh, that's a shame for it. He was having a fantastic race, but like I said...
He was, but those tyres were just too old.
Yeah, tires getting old, and like I said, it really looked like they were just pushing. You know, they were giving it everything they had. Both of those guys, in almost every turns, we were seeing lockups. So yeah, it's no surprise they went through the tires the way they did.
He was trying to keep that track position in front of Enrico. In front of Red 15. And I think he was just pushing a little bit too hard. Reds on mediums will still have quite a lot of grip left in his tyres. That is a real shame. And there's not really many people close on track at the moment. ESS, who is possibly the provisional, it's possibly leader after pit stop phases. Although obviously with other people on different strategies, we could easily be seeing different strategies come into play. Diddix is the only other one to have pitted. He's come back out onto mediums. So he's back in 7th. So now, I think the next action will be when everybody else starts to pit.
Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, I think, once everybody else starts to pit, I think we'll see ESH, and hopefully Diddix is not a lap down now. I'm still rooting for Diddix in this race.
No, I don't think he
But
is.
hopefully they'll make up some
He's
good positions.
only 13 seconds behind Wes, which means that he will definitely get Wes in the pit stop phase. I think he's probably a bit far from ESS to come out in front of him, but he should be in between Wes and ESS, I'd imagine, when Wes pits, and he is pitting now. And he comes back out on hards, and he is behind Diddix.
Yep, nice little strategy from Diddix there.
And he is also behind Eggkaz. Eggkaz is yet to pit.
Yeah, ESH is moving on up. He's only got 2 laps on his medium tires. Yeah, I think we'll
Diddix
see
is 18 seconds behind him. So the likelihood is that Ligon will pit, and I reckon he'll come out behind ESS, but well in front of Diddix. I think Red, Don Rajib, and possibly Alex are all safe. Possibly not Alex to Diddix, but we will see.
Yeah, you really are pretty good at figuring these times out for these guys and where they're going to come back out, Toby, I have to say.
I'm just guessing on the previous times that they set through the stops. So yeah. Anyway, it should be interesting when they start to pit. I reckon the people mediums won't be long before they start to pit. Actually,
I was just fixing to ask you how long you thought the mediums were gonna last on these guys.
I'd have said possibly the next 3 to 4 laps. Yeah, but they don't seem to be struggling yet. But as we saw with Enrico, you don't want to get to the stage where you're struggling because they just fall off the cliff.
Yeah, they really do. And I am currently on Ligon. Figured he's out here in the first with currently a 3-second lead, which of course we know once the pits stop that'll change. But right now he is in first place. 11 laps, like we just talked about on his mediums.
They do seem to be.
He's having a good run though.
He is very good run, and their tyres don't seem to be going off too much because they're all keeping the gaps very stable between them, and most importantly to ESS as well, which means that he's not gaining that much, although he has, as I said, gained a few tenths.
All right, so we actually have a couple of guys on the chat. How y'all doing? We got Adam Grin and Peric is still with us. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, Peric says normally with medium tires, you'll pit around lap 14.
Yeah, I was going to say about 14, 15. I reckon they'll be pitting.
Yep,
yeah,
guys,
nice.
We're glad y'all joined us in the feed.
I was just about to say that.
If y'all stick around, we are still going to try to do a driver of the day at the end of the race, and so far there's not a whole lot of us talking on here, so not a lot of votes. So vote at the end.
Alex Nader has just got himself past Red. I'm not sure that there was a mistake from Red, but they have changed positions there. I think there was a mistake because Red is now 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, and
ESS has caught up massively. He's now only 2.2 seconds or 2 seconds behind Red. Excuse me. So
oh no, go ahead, because
I do reckon we will see the top 4 pitting very soon. I reckon lap 14. Actually, I think Pierre is right. Yeah, as ESS is now catching very, very quickly.
Yeah, he really is. But I guess that's really just, all the way down to tires, like you keep saying. He's only got, ESH only has 5 laps on his tires. Red is at 12, so yeah, ESH should have a massive amount of grip over Red 15 at the moment.
I think he will definitely have to pit again by the looks of it. Towards the end, I don't think a possibility that the ones who haven't pitted yet may get to the end, especially if they pit on hards. But I don't think ESF will. Eggkaz and Wes, Eggkaz will definitely have to pit because he hasn't pitted yet. Wes, I'm not sure. He pitted very early, but he may be able to get to the end of those hards.
As Don Rajiv is coming on in the pits with only 12 laps on. Well, I guess it's 13 laps. He's at the end of it. Yep, Don Rajiv, Alex Nalo. It looks like Ligon is the only person in the up front staying out at the moment, Toby.
I'm only seeing Don Rajiv pitting, I have to say. I still see Red, Alex, and Ligon as staying out.
Yep, on my screen I got Don Rajiv is just coming out of the pits. He changed over to hards.
He did, yeah.
Yep.
So I think these lot will be pitting at the end of the first, end of the next lap.
And how is Wes doing? Wes is...
Don Rajiv has come out 12 seconds behind ESS, who is still catching the back of Red. It'll be interesting. The most interesting one will be to see where Ligon comes out in comparison to them all. So I reckon he'll be in second.
Yeah, I'm wondering how big of a risk he's running staying on. Nope, and there we are. Ligon is in the pit, but I thought I saw Alex Nalo and Red pit also, but I guess they did not.
Yep. Alex definitely has.
Yep, there's yep.
ESS and Red has too.
I think
ESS is coming through.
I guess they saw Ligon pit.
He will be passing Ligon in the pits. So where is Ligon? Ligon's coming out, so this is going to be relatively close. Ligon is going to be on much fresher tyres, 7 laps younger rubber, but he's on hards. All of them have pitted for hards, actually.
So it seems most of them plan on going the rest of the race on the
Possibly.
hards. Because we are on lap 15 of the 33, so we're almost halfway.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they'll be able to last the 15. The 18 laps. I think they will, but we did see a few on the hards pit twice last race. But I think most likely they will be able to stay out on the hards. But ESS will most likely have to pit again, which could be interesting. It means he's going to have to get a bit of a lead if he wants to stay in front of Ligon.
Yeah, and I don't know if that 5.5 second lead he has at the moment would be quite enough to take tires or not.
It won't be. I think if he changed tires on the later laps with the same time references as there are at the moment, I think he'd probably be behind. He even did it back in 6th.
Yeah, Peric 1999 just had a great point on the live chat. He was wondering if Ligon is finally gonna finish a race this season, and it took me a second.
I truly
and then I
hope
realized,
so.
yeah, he is on 0 points. So he has had a lot of unfortunate events during races, and he's doing. I'm gonna go down to him.
I think
he's doing
if
great.
He does, that'll be brilliant, and he will, if ESS has to pit again, finish him first, which would be a great start. Well, effective start.
Yeah, even Adam Grid on the live feed says he hopes Ligon finish because he's doing a great job. If he can just, he needs to get that lead up if he's going to get back out in front of ESH, though, like you said.
Well, no, I don't think he'll. I think you're right. He most likely won't pit again. But ESS is the one who has
That's right. It's
increased his
ESH
gap.
that has to increase the gap. Sorry, y'all. I'm so wrong. It's not even funny.
And he's not. Those tyres seem to be not working. He's on 8 laps old tyres, and he's losing time to Ligon, who is on fresh but hard tyres. So I think he's definitely going to have to pit again. Either that or be very dead in his tyres at the end of the race.
Which, yeah, both of those sound like very risky moves. Don Rajiv has got himself in a little bubble here at the moment. 3 seconds from Ligon, 2 seconds from Alex Nalo. Alex Nalo
he's
has
8 seconds. He's 8 seconds from Ligon.
Oh, it's not like the Project Cars where we have to. It's
not
from
if you've got an interval.
Okay.
You can have it on gap to leader, and that'll tell you the gap to lead leader. Yeah, no.
Okay. Yep, you're
Sorry.
right. No, you're 100% correct. I even said it to interval, knowing that. Shows y'all how good my brain's working.
But Didix is closing in on his teammate Red. Oh no, it's not teammate. Sorry. Wes and Red teammates. But yeah, he is closing that gap.
And Red 15 also only 1.2 seconds from Alex Nalo, so we could have a three-way going here shortly, but I don't know.
I was going to say sounds like fun, but that would be childish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Listen, we've got
has actually.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Didix tires and everything, which I think is what you're fixing to do.
Didix has actually got back from Red a bit, so Red is definitely closing in on Alex. He will have DRS, I think. Yes, he will.
And Didix should have, well, I don't know. Didix is on 10 laps on his medium tires now. Alex Nalo and Red only have 3 laps on the hards.
I think the likelihood is Didix will have to pit again as well.
Yeah, Didix, I think, is definitely going to have to pit and take another set of tires. I was going to try to compare grip levels of the tires, but I think with so many laps on those mediums, I think the hards are going to definitely outgrip them.
I reckon so. The mediums should at this point still have grip, and Didix is definitely catching back up to Red, so I think that was just a mistake rather than tires being totally gone. No, he's not catching consistently, which means he is struggling around some of the corners. And it looks like the hards of Alex Nalo and Red are relatively comparable. They're keeping roughly the same distance between each other.
Yeah, they really are. It's what we have now. Red is now 0.6 seconds off the back of Alex Nalo. Yeah, Didix is slowly increasing. Yeah, Didix has done made it up to 2 seconds. Now he's back down to 1.8. Didix, I'm still rooting for you. I'm going to root for my fellow commentator here. And Red really is gaining, isn't
he? He is.
He is right on Alex Nalo. I guess, where are they at? They should be. They're getting close to the end of this lap, and will hit the straight in just a couple of turns. I believe about 3 more turns.
Yep, they'll have a DRS section here first, and then they'll have a few more turns. I doubt he'll be able to get the move done here, unless he's very brave. Oh, he's making the move, and I don't think there was contact. No, there was no contact, but he couldn't do it. It was too small of a gap.
Yeah, that was definitely a risky move, cutting up on the inside right there, as tight as they were. Would have been a fantastic move. I think that probably would have been the move of the day right there if he had managed to pull that off.
Alex made a bit of a mistake through the chicane, which has allowed Red a really good drive, and even without DRS, he's alongside, so he's definitely going to get this done. He's even going to get across to take his own line.
And Adam Grin is chiming in. He thinks ESH better pick up his pace, or he could be in jeopardy of falling outside the top 5. Which
I think he might well be right there. I have to say,
it is.
Those cars don't seem to be holding on.
Yeah, Ligon is. Let me go back up here to Ligon, because Ligon really is. He's starting to catch on up slowly to ESH. But ESH and Didix both have 12 laps on their medium tires. So I guess we'll just have to see what they do and where they're going to come out.
But this fight between Alex Nader and Don Rajib isn't cooling down, and Alex has got, and he hasn't gone for that move. He's waiting for the main straight. I have a feeling that he's going to go for the pass again on the main straight. That'll be fun if these two keep on chopping and changing.
I think they might. Neither one of them really wanting to give up. We saw with Alex Nalo, after he had his license penalty served, he got out on track and really put in a pretty good time. Just right off the bat, didn't need to warm up too much. He was definitely ready to go.
Red is going defensive. Alex has got the DRS, but it won't be enough this time round. He's got him right back up close. And just looking at the timing screens, Didix does actually have a pit stop, and he is on the pits. I was going to say he's got a pit stop gap between him and Egkaz. So he's taking that. I don't think he's close enough to the end to put softs on. So he has put mediums on. So he's gone for a second stint on the mediums.
So hopefully he's got himself set to where he can hold on to that 6th place very nicely. That'll be that's a nice finish, you know.
I reckon he could do.
But yeah, we're 21 laps into 33. He should have he may ride these tires out. He should have just enough tire to last the race if they can get 14 laps. 14 laps out of him. ESH though now at 14 laps on his tires. Is he gonna go in? No, and this is a fresh lap. He's gonna go 15 laps on his medium tires. It's costing him. He really should have. I think he should have pitted early.
Him time, definitely, but he's not losing huge amounts to Ligon in second. I think he's lost 2 seconds over the last 5-6 laps. His tires will really start to go off. But if he can manage to hold those tyres until the end, which I think is pretty unlikely, then he may actually be better off now that he's waited so long, staying out. I don't think he is, but if he can wait longer and go on softs, then he could have a chance coming back up. But I don't think the time differential is that significant, softs to the other two, to allow him to catch up that much. Having said that, all of them will be on very old tyres by then, so it could be wrong. Pierre is saying that he would be behind Alex Nalo. I do think he's right, actually. I think he'd be behind Alex Nalo and in front of Didix. But I think he'd be quite a distance behind Alex as well. He was definitely keeping the pressure on Red.
Yeah, he really is. Alex Nalo now, let me go back down here to him. Yeah, only 0.5 seconds off of the back of Red. I think at this point, Red is using his DRS to try to get away from Alex Nalo, and Alex Nalo is using his DRS to keep up with him.
Yeah, Red won't have DRS because it's only available to the person behind as long as they're within a second. So Red doesn't have DRS. But what he's probably doing is along the long straights is he's probably harvesting for the entire lap, and then he's increasing his ERS to maximum along the straight just to keep Alex at bay when he's got the DRS. So what Alex needs to do is harvest throughout the lap and have both in order to get past. And he's definitely a lot closer this lap round. On the DRS here, he's looking around the outside, but there's no space. Red covers it off quite nicely.
Yeah, he really does. And yeah, Piero says that ESS went 25 laps on the same set of tires in China, so that he thinks it's quite possible. We may not see.
But he is in the pits.
Yep, he did.
And he is going to be on hards.
I'm showing softs.
That's what I meant to say. I said the wrong word. But now we will see whether our predictions are right. And Alex Nader is just coming through. Where is ESS in comparison?
Yep.
ESS is just in front of the two of them.
So he has
But
managed
just
to
in
hang
front.
in pretty good.
But he's on very fresh, soft tyres, so he's going to be, at least to start with, much faster. And with their current fuel load, I think he could, well, he's definitely going to go to the end, obviously, but he could still be fast to the end.
Yeah, so
Rather than
I was
seeing-
just looking at the 2 second, almost 3 second gap he now has to Don Rajib, and wondering if he'll be able to make that up with 9 laps left. But
I think he most
may.
certainly will do.
All
Yeah.
all the ESS guys are extremely fast.
I have noticed that, I have to say. And on the softs, he's going to close that gap quite quickly. I reckon he's probably going to close about a second a lap, if not maybe faster. As to whether he can get first back, I think that's probably a bit of a tall ask.
Yeah, because now he's 5 seconds. Yeah, I think it's going to be awful. It'll be tough, but he has increased his lead in front of Red 15 to 2 seconds. So I don't
Alex
know.
Naylor was so close. Oh, and there's been contact between the two of them. Alex has lost his front wing. He had contact with the back of Red. Red is still going on, so I don't think he had too much damage. I don't see a puncture. I think he hit his tyre. So Alex is going to have to pit. I think he may just... Well, I don't think by the time he gets back to the pits that he will have time to Didix. Having said that, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of damage to his front wing.
No, it really, I'm not seeing too much. Of course, it's really hard to see on these cars because they're going so fast, but yeah, it doesn't look too terrible bad. When it first happened, I was afraid he had lost the whole wing altogether, which, that would have been detrimental. But, yeah, I don't know. Didix is still, if he doesn't have to pit, he'll stay in front of Didix, but I'm like you, if he has to pit, he could be in jeopardy of Didix.
Possibly Eggcaz, but I'm not sure on that one. Let's see whether he pits. I'm just watching. Red didn't pit, so he definitely didn't have any damage, or not enough to pit. Red has caught, probably gone up about a second and a bit on Don Rajib. I've just noticed Piero saying Don Rajib won't. Sorry, they won't battle because Don Rajib is his teammate. No, I think you're probably right. I think Don Rajib would probably get out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, if neither one of them is willing to just get out of the way, I think they would definitely battle, as me and Toby are teammates in the Endurance Series and the Radical Series, and we are more than happy to work together, but at the end of the day, we both try to outrun each other.
Oh, yeah. No, if you're on a totally different strategy than me, then I'd let you through, but I have to be honest with you, apart from that, no. I have to admit, we've had some great battles during the Radicals. All of them totally clean, so but yeah, I've really, really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I agree, Adam Grin. I think Alex Naylor needs to stay out to try to maintain that position if he can, because he does have 19 seconds on Didix and Piero. Yeah, Toby's screen is just a smidge behind the big screen. So yeah, sometimes it works out great for the little things like that, like seeing that little collision. And me and Toby both hope y'all like his screen up there. It is a little bit of extra work, but it's all about y'all liking it and it looking good. And of course, I think Toby enjoys having his screen up there too, which I like having.
Yeah, definitely.
I like Toby having a screen up there. I think it adds a lot to this broadcast.
I think Alex is definitely staying out, and I think you're right. I think it is definitely the better strategy, because he's got a massive gap. Pitting now would definitely put him behind, so his only chance really of staying ahead is staying out. So it's the best gamble of the two.
Yeah, I think it really is. How is... Let me check in. We have not checked in on Wes lately. I want to check in on
he seems to be having a pretty terrible race, actually. He's a lap down. I'm not entirely sure how. I haven't seen any of his race.
He's been doing pretty good in the other races. I remember he was quite strong.
He has.
And we have bad races, and well, he is hanging in, managed it. He's going to get to the end, and I mean that's really what it's all about. At the end of the day, the main point of the race is to finish. Oh, as he does get out of the way for who was that? Ligon? I'm not sure who just lapped him. I believe it was ESSH, or it could have been Don Rajiv.
By the other commentator, Kev, do you mean me? In which case I'm Toby. I do race with you in the Radicals. And the other commentator is Jukebox, who also does.
Yep, also in the Radical. Yeah, and if you can't tell, Toby is by far the better commentator on the F1 series than me. I have no issues admitting that at all. Toby is fantastic at this.
Well,
he knows the races and the sport great.
I wouldn't say better. I think that's unfair, but I definitely know Formula One. I have been watching it since I was a very young child, I have to be honest. I love it. I really do.
Yeah, covering the races is actually, it's very rewarding. It's a lot of fun to do. And yep, Wes, yeah, hopefully, yeah, I have to say, it'll be just good to see Wes hanging in there. It can get a little rough on the driver's nerves to be stuck in the back and in a bubble by yourself, not really seeing anybody except people passing you from the lap cars every once in a while. So it makes it a lot tougher on the drivers to stay concentrated. So, Wes, man, I think you're doing a great job back there. Keep it up.
Oh, you are, and I have to say, I do remember in the previous races you've had some fantastic ones. So I hope in the next few you have another really good one. Oh no, teammates just gone past, and
yeah, I'm not sure if
they
that was
managed to hold it. That was Red trying to get past, and he managed to hold it. Despite a bit of a mistake. That has allowed Alex to catch up a little bit on him. Although with his potential damage, I don't think he's going to. Don't know whether he's actually going to make that gap up. But Eggkaz is only 2 seconds now behind Didix, so that could hot up in the next few laps. Although he is on older tyres, so that'll be interesting to see. Ligon's now got a commanding gap of 9 seconds over Don Rajiv, which means that there's no way at all that ESS is going to get past him. I'm not entirely convinced he's going to catch Don Rajiv either, I have to say.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. It's a good gap. I don't know. It's going to be close for ESH, but I think Don Rajiv and Ligon are sitting very nice as long as they don't make any mistakes. And actually, Toby, I'm going to pop your screen on down and let you have it for these last 3 races. And I'm going to try to get our podium ready for when it switches over.
Sounds good to me. I think we're about time to, if anybody in the stream would like to start suggesting drivers of the day, because that's a new feature we got added into GAVRA Racing, is the viewers will get to decide the driver of the day. Or if nobody does, then we will. So please get involved and let us know who you think has impressed you the most. As I said, I'm not sure ESS is going to have enough time. He has actually taken another second out of Don Rajiv. Not as exciting as I sounded just then, but he's certainly closing that gap down. So there's a possibility he may actually get back on the tail. Alex Naylor is closing in on Red, and Eggkaz is really close to the back of Didix now. I'm just going to swap over. Oh no, you can't see my stream anymore, so that's pretty pointless. I'm going to swap over anyway so that I can commentate on it. So Egkaz is pretty close to the back of Didix now, and he's got DRS. He's looking around the outside, but Didix closes off the gap very nicely. That was nice defending from Didix, but Egkaz is only 2/10 behind him. It appears, having watched quite a few of them through, that there's very few overtaking places apart from along the back straight, or sorry, start-finish straight. Kev's suggestion for driver of the day is Enrico, but unfortunately he crashed out quite a while ago, so he didn't get a chance to finish. And Egkaz is going alongside, but he didn't make the move done. That was a risky attempt, but both of them managed to make it through, and he's going down into the chicane, and he thought better of it. He's gone back behind, and he's alongside down the chicane, and he had a bit of contact. He came off the worst. He's still right behind. He's going to have DRS. Will he keep? He's alongside. He's going outside. He's given a bit of a nudge to Didix to say, I'm here. Didix is looking down the inside again, but thought better of it, which is good. Egkaz has got past, but Didix is not giving up. Didix is on slightly newer tyres too. Keeping an eye on the front. ESS is now 1.7 seconds behind Don Rajib. They're coming on to the final lap. It's going to be touch and go, but 2 seconds behind now. Definitely closest battle.
Yeah, it really is. I'm curious to see if these two switch places or not. Yeah, it's really heating up right here on the last lap. I think this is what we're gonna be about looking like for our finish, though.
I think it will be. I don't think. Didix is not giving up.
Didix really is not giving up, is he? He's going to stay with it.
And he's going to have the DRS, so he may well have a chance of getting back past. He's going. Is he? Yep, he's going for it. Down the inside. Yep. Yep, he's alongside.
Come on, Didix.
And tiny bit of Egkaz really closed him off there, but there was no contact at all. Didix did a very good job to break out of that one. Egkaz said, "Nope, you're not coming through here."
Yeah, it's really heating up right here at the last lap of the race, and yep, Ligon did take it for the win, which should put the Don Rajib at second. I'm not leaving these guys right here because they are still on lap and fighting.
So Ligon has finished.
ESH has moved up into second. So let me.
That's what he was doing. He was just trying to get as close to Don Rajib as possible, because it appears that Don Rajib had a penalty, which put him in third. So that's a turn up.
Yep.
I didn't expect that.
I did not, but thankfully I can readjust real quick for that. Not a big deal. Yep. Okay. So yeah.
So I don't think Didix is going to get past Egkaz now, and in fact he's dropped off quite a lot, so I think we are pretty much in our finishing. Yes, we are. Wow, that was actually a really great race. There were lulls where not very much was happening, but then there was some absolutely fantastic racing. Strategy yet again made a huge difference. I think those on a one stop had a bit of an advantage over those in the two stop.
Yep.
And so first was a really fantastic race as Ligon.
And ESH was second, and Don Rajib there is...
No, yes, sorry.
Yep, is third, and yep, I did manage to get the names right and everything in the right place for y'all's podium. Yeah, that was a fantastic race out of all of these guys, especially to the ones that finished. Yeah, I think Kev was saying he thinks ESH should get the driver of the day.
I was just reading that, I have to say. So in first we had Ligon, ESS just behind him. Not just behind him, a bit of a gap. In second, Don Rajib in third, Red in fourth, Alex Nail in fifth, Eggcats in sixth, Didix in seventh, and Wes in eighth. Enrico and Fast Tornado unfortunately didn't finish. But yeah, a really great race. Now, sorry, I was just seeing that ESS was Kev's suggestion. I have to agree, I have to admit. He
That was
had
a
a
10
really
second
great
gap.
race.
Yeah. I can back that one as well. That was, like Kev said, that was a 10-second gap.
Ligon had an incredible race, and to be fair, I'm not entirely sure he may deserve driver of the day himself, because he had the best strategy throughout, and that's really what counts at the end of the day. So it's a bit of a tight one, actually. I will put that decision on you. I'm going to back out and sit on the fence.
Oh, just gonna put it all on me.
I am indeed.
Nope.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. I think I come back with Kevin, and since we are getting some interaction out of the guys on the feed, which y'all have no idea how much we appreciate y'all interacting with us. It makes it all just that little bit extra worth doing all of it. I think we should give Kev see, now my brain's done gone to crap.
ESS. Yep.
I think we should give it to ESSH. Should get driver of the day. He did do a great job.
That sounds good to me. He had a fantastic race throughout, and it was a great drive to get himself back up into second. So, yeah, I certainly support that. I really enjoyed that race. That was good. And congratulations, Ligon. That was very well run race.
Yep, it really was. And y'all, I'm not sure if it's break week for F1 next week. It is. I'm gonna assume it is. But hit the like and especially the subscribe button anyway. That way, if we are live next week with the F1 races, you will get the notifications, and of course, we'll get the viewers. And go to the website, check everything out. Discord links at the bottom, and we are community driven. This is everybody donates their time all the way down to you guys, the drivers. So there is a link at the bottom of the webpage where you can donate if you want to help GAVRA with everything. Because I know even the webpage actually costs a little money every month. So there is a little bit of cost behind all of it. So we appreciate anything anybody wants to donate. But for me, huge thanks to GAVRA, our host EGAS, viewers, Toby, you, and I'm gonna shut up and let you call us out.
Thank you very much for all of you for joining, and also for commenting as much as you have. It's been really nice to read. Thank you for interacting with us. It's been a fantastic race yet again. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Thank you for joining, and see you then. Good night.